signing day is upon us and come and gone here. Always a special day to me. It's special because you have a great group of young people and their families that have chosen to come be a part of our program, that publicly express by signing with Clemson that they believe in us, that they believe in our program, the way we do things, who we are, and that's really, really, something that you just never take for granted, and I'm very thankful. It's a blessing, really, to welcome another great group of young people, and again, a great group of families as well to come join us here. I'm very thankful for all the families that have, just blessed us with the opportunity to coach their son. And it has been a great day. No drama or anything like that. You got some of the best players in the country that have been committed for a long time and, knew what they wanted to do and would have signed back in the summer if you'd have let them. And so it's just really, really cool for the day to finally get here that they've been waiting on, and just very thankful for this group. As I always say, time will tell, as it does with any signing class. Everybody gets excited about the signing class. I get a little more excited about what they do throughout their career. So time will tell with this class, just like it does every other class. But I really believe that this group will prove to be a very, very special group. I really believe that. I think it's a group that's built in the trenches. We've got a lot of athleticism. We've got a bunch of skill on both sides. Another great quarterback coming in here. Just really excited about the whole group and how we put it together. And something that we're very proud of. Every class that I've had since February of '09, my first class, every single class. Now that we won the league this year, every single class has won a championship, which is a part of what we want for everybody that comes to Clemson. So every single class has won a championship that's been here, or multiple, and I think that without a doubt this group will keep that going. So excited to get started with them when that time comes. This is my 14th signing class, and it's our 13th top 15 class in a row. So, like everything that we do in this program, we're incredibly consistent. We've been very consistent in recruiting. We've been very consistent in graduation. We've been very consistent in guys going to the NFL, very consistent in job placement, as we've had 100% job placement going on 5 years in a row, very consistent in winning on the field. So it all starts in recruiting. And being consistent in that, and your evaluation, your development, getting the right people to come be a part of your program. So I'm really, really proud of our staff. Our staff did a wonderful job, especially with a lot of transition and change last year, for our staff to be able to go out and put together one of the best classes in the country and to hit it out of the park with what we needed to do. And then not only the guys, but we got several guys that we thought would be leaving Clemson that are going to stay at Clemson. So that's also a sign. When you see guys that could go ahead and go to the pros and all this stuff that's going on in college football, to choose to want to stay, I think that just shows how they feel about Clemson, how they feel about their coaches, and who we are as a program. So this is a great day for us, for sure, and again, what it's all about. So I'm really proud of the staff again, and when I say the staff, it's the coaches, it's our support staff, it's Jordan, it's Ty, it's Zach, it's Josh, it's Chanel, it's James. I mean, everybody just does an unbelievable job. All of our student helpers and workers, everybody just it's an all-hands-on-deck approach here, and everybody takes a lot of pride in what they do. So as far as the breakdown of the class, 27 signees, 26 out of high school and one transfer, and then we signed a PWO in Strecco that's going to come in here as well as a mid-year. So we got 16 of those guys, 16 mid-years. So really excited about that. I think that's the most we've had, I think, ever. I think one year we either had 13 or 15, but I think that's the most mid-years we've had, and really excited about having these guys on campus. So 8 of the mid-years are on offense, 8 of the mid-years are on defense, with Strecco counted in there. As far as the breakdown, again, 2 quarterbacks, 2 running back signees, and 1 preferred walk-on signee, 2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers, 3 offensive linemen, and then we signed an athlete in Tink, Myson Kelly, who's going to train as a receiver and cross-train as a DB, and just a kid that we wanted in the program, and we'll figure out what's the best spot for him as we start coaching him. But unbelievably dynamic and very consistent player. So, and then defensively, 6 defensive linemen. I think that's the most we've signed since, I think, that Christian Wilkins group, maybe back in 15. And then 3 safeties, 3 corners, 2 linebackers. So really just a good group. And again, these guys have been committed for forever, for a long time now, and it's a really close class. That's one of the things I love about this group too, and one of the positives about the way people communicate today is, they're just a very connected group, and then with 16 of these guys coming in and starting in January, some of them already here, it's fun. And as I've gone around, you see the connection in this group already. So it's a close group already, and again, a group that I think will do great things. We had 7 states and D.C. Represented in this group: South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Texas, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and D.C. So again, just got kids coming from all over to be a part of what we're doing here at Clemson, and we've got an incredibly talented team returning. We've got a very talented team that'll be coming back to Tigertown in January. And, man, this group's going to be a great addition. Again, 16 of them coming mid-year. It's going to be a fun spring ahead. A lot of competition, a lot of evaluation, a lot of opportunity to teach and develop and install and grow our team as we set the foundation for not just next year, but for the next 4 or 5 years to come here in Clemson. So really, really excited about this group. And today and tomorrow, we're celebrating a bunch of graduates. So I just came from our graduate luncheon over at Little John. We have a huge group of graduates, and these guys will be earning their degrees tomorrow, and some of them are master's degrees or second degrees. I'm really, really proud of those guys, and so we're celebrating them today and tomorrow, and then we're welcoming a bunch of new Tigers today as well. So it's a great time to be a part of our program. And as far as who these guys are, quarterback, Chris Vizina, CV as we call him, and Paul Tyson, both coming from Alabama, and actually know each other. And I think Paul would maybe mentored CV a little bit when he was in like middle school or something, but. CV is a great player coming from Briarwood. I mean, he's a big-time talent, a guy that we think, could play for anybody in the country. I mean, he is a special player, big, strong, make all the throws, can really run. He's coming from a great program. And then Paul Tyson is a guy that we recruited a little bit in high school, one of the most prolific passers in the history of the state of Alabama, coming out of high school, 3 years in Tuscaloosa, and then he spent this past year at Arizona State. And with Billy Wiles leaving and obviously DJ leaving, we had a gap, so we needed to get a veteran guy. We obviously believe in Cade and who he is and what we think he's going to do in our program, and we see CV in that same light. So, again, young guys, we don't have many guys, so Trent Pierman, who's really developing nicely, and Hunter Helms is a veteran guy that's been in our program, but we really needed somebody else to come in and kind of give us a little more experience in the room. And so Paul fits that. kind of a crazy, obviously he's Coach Bryant's great grandson, which is just I can't even. It's just a surreal world that I'm even experiencing that. So really kind of cool. I know his family obviously, and really thankful that he had a lot of opportunity, but I'm thankful that he chose to come be a part and embrace the role that we have for him here. And so that's our two quarterbacks. Running back, Jay Haynes out of Alabama, and then Jarvis Green from right here at Dutch Fork. They're similar and different. And the one thing that they have in common, if you watch these guys, incredibly consistent, dominant performers every week. Every single week you watch these guys, and they're the best player on the field, and regardless. So I think we got exactly what we needed there. And then I'll tell you this little Peyton Strecco, who was going to sign with Air Force. He was committed to Air Force and decided he wanted to go a little different route. He is a high-level PWO and a kid that I think brings a lot to the table. So I feel good about the guys we got there at running back. He's also from Georgia. And then really excited about the receivers coming in here. We signed, two big guys, two guys with some size, and two guys that are kind of intermediate type guys. Counting Tink in that because we're going to start Tink at Myson Kelly. We're going to start him at receiver and cross train him as a DB, and like I said, and see where we go from there. But man, Ronan Hannafin from up in Massachusetts at first. We don't go up to Massachusetts